Hey guys!
We decided to make this video as basically a memory for us so we don't have to write it down and so we remember it when we're a little bit older. And we also tried to make this video because when we try to search videos for Emblem3, we can never really find anything that helps us.
In detail.
Yeah, so we decided to make this video for you guys too, for as experience reference. So we're going to start out from when we left school that morning and then just continue.
So we left school because we had to go to school for like the first 3 periods. We left around 10:40 in the morning, and then Gina's mom picked us up and we just went on to her house and changed into a different outfit just so we didn't have to wear what we were wearing to school.
I met her mom because her mom was taking us to the concert at a restaurant next to this girl named Lindsay that we're friends with, and she needed somebody to go to the concert with, so we were like, come along. So we went to go, her mom got her first and they came and got us, and we were on the road to leave, and we left before lunch, so we were hungry. So on the way there we were jamming out to Emblem3, like you should, and we were on the road and we finally got to the area and we were looking for a place to park. We drove to the venue and there was a bunch of people outside, and our bright idea was, let's play the music loud, but they already staring at us anyways because I thought they knew, like, obviously teenage girls.
You could see right through my mom's window, so I mean, obviously.
Teenage girls, and with the teenage girls coming around Fillmore during the Emblem3 concert, you know who's for the concerts.
Yeah. So after we got to the venue, we passed the venue, and then we went to a parking garage, and we had to pay for the parking garage.
This meter said something about how we had to call or something.
Because we couldn't pay at the meter.
We legit waited in the car for 20 minutes until we could figure out how to pay. So when we were driving to get to the parking garage, I saw these 3 guys out there in an alley, and I could recognize they were Jack and Ryan, we thought. And we saw this video, or a picture of this fan with them, like a picture of them, and I was like, we missed the opportunity of meeting Jackson and Ryan. Oh well. We saw Jackson Guffey outside, and we had the nerves to scream his name and say hi to him, and then he waved back, and then we went back to the bus. I just thought I would add a little detail in.
We were hungry, and we decided to try and go to some place that Gina thought the boys had in their hands.
It was a cup, and I thought the cup said a restaurant that was near.
I forget the name. But so we walked by there and we spotted someone like around the corner who was that we found from the Phantom, and we're like, oh yeah, we think we know her. And so my mom wanted to see what she looked like, and so we walked around instead of like going back to the place, which ended up being a shopping store, but so that was stupid of us. We walked to the tour buses. Gina saw Drew's arm go into the tour bus after they were screaming, and so for a few minutes we decided to like stand there, and then this girl yelled at us to get behind the barricade, which really wasn't that big of a deal because it's not like I'm gonna attack them.
Oh, let's just go tap on the tour bus door and see if they'll let us in.
So once she yelled at us, we decided we're just gonna skip this and go.
We just took the picture of the buses and we went and found somewhere to eat.
We found Chick-fil-A finally after Panera when we used the bathroom at, and we talked to this one girl who said it's ridiculous how these girls are like wearing high-waisted skirts.
And we're in Maryland and it's like 30 degrees outside, and I don't know how any of them didn't get hypothermia.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They were freezing, honestly. They had nothing on underneath their skirt or whatever dress, whatever they were wearing. It was ridiculous. I was still freezing, and I had, what did I have on? I had
We had jackets and everything.
Yeah, it was so cold. So then once we found Chick-fil-A, we ate there for a little while, and we didn't have to be there for the meet and greet since we got the Sunset Boulevard package.
We had to be there by 2, but our logic was, you're getting the VIP, you're getting in there anyways, you're getting there before early.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal. So we ate, there was really no one in there, we ate, we left, and we came back, and there was this line of all these VIP meet and greet girls, and they all had their stuff already, and we were just like, uh-oh. So we found this like where we had to go in because we followed someone else, and then we got our stuff and we had to get our general admission, and this guy was arguing with Lindsay saying she's trying to find our name on the
list or whatever.
We had to print out our tickets. We couldn't get them in the mail, so.
Well, she printed hers on there, and then we didn't realize it until he looked at it.
Yeah, and he realized that was her ticket.
So then we went back to the line and stood there for a while, freezing our butts off.
There was this group of girls that had this mom, and she was talking to Haley's mom.
Because these groups come in 4, remember that?
Yeah, this group of 4. We only had 3 people, but we were like one of the last people that got our VIP, and we were thinking, logic, no one's gonna go to an Emblem3 concert by themselves without a friend. So we were just like, oh, we're just gonna have a group of 3. That's not bad. So
yeah, it worked out well for us that we didn't have to be stuck with some random person. So once we got inside, it was the acoustic before the meet and greet and the concert.
Breezy talked to us before about Team Inspire, and then it was the acoustic.
So after she talked about that, you could tell she was nervous, but it was okay. It wasn't that big of a deal. She was just fine with that. And
they sung 3 songs, and then they did 3 questions. I don't remember the questions. It was just
like,
so fast.
And then they did the raffle. But when you get your ticket, you get like a little like.
When you get your lanyard, they called the number off the lanyard. We didn't win. There was these girls in front of us that won for
3 of them.
Girl Next Door.
I wish.
We got into, after that, Nisha went up there with one of the girls that worked there, I guess, and she was like, we were like 35 or 38 or
40,
something.
40.
Stay in mind, we didn't realize we were like one of the last groups. So we started waiting there, and these girls in front of us that was talking to the mom, that was talking to Hailey's mom, they were with her. And
you know, the barricade was clear at that time once everyone was in like the snake oil line.
They put it up. So the people, the mom, like the kids that was with the mom was like, I don't want to wait here. We're not going to get a good seat if we stand here. So we were like thinking the same thing. So me and Hailey went up there, and Lindsay said she wanted to get the picture taken.
So we had to
stood back in line.
We had to decipher since we paid so much money for the ticket, if we wanted to just skip the meet and greet and stay there to get a good spot, or just to go see the meet and greet and deal.
Well, she called her mom and I called my mom, and they basically agreed that we should just wait there because you get a better experience that way anyways.
Well, once people from the Chloe package that came into the by the barricade, with
all these girls from Chloe started coming back in, and was like
they started talking
about it, and we're just like sitting there like, oh, we didn't get to meet them, and we're just talking about things.
We've been standing here,
and that's when we met Noelle, Paula, Katie, Alyssa, Emmy,
and Kaylee. Talked to them, and they were saying, no, you need to go get a picture with them. You need to go meet them. You need to do
I want to thank you for that, because we had a good experience.
Yeah, it made it all the better, honestly. So they said they would save our spots for us, so we booked it to Lindsay, where she was already standing by before you walked down the stairs.
Yeah.
And
we had the mom in front of us, because she said she was gonna get the picture no matter what. So there was a mom all by herself.
Yeah, she was.
With no kids. And it was a mom, and there was this group of girls behind us, and we were talking to both of them at the same time. And then we went to the curtain, and they were right there. They're like 10 feet away, and we had to stay in like a straight line, and they're playing music, they're jamming out. They're trying to make it like a chill vibe when you walk in there.
And it really was, honestly. Like, it was so cool just to be there.
Yeah. So we had to put our stuff on the bar table, and the mom went up, and we were laughing because she said that she was gonna FaceTime her daughter while she was meeting it, but they said you had to put your stuff on the table, so we couldn't.
So she had to explain to them that it was only her and her daughters were waiting by the barricade for them, that she had to take the picture with them.
Yeah. So she took the picture, and she was explaining, and we were just sitting there like laughing. We're like, this is so bad, and they were all like, Wesley, Drew, and Keaton were just like, it's okay, and like
they hugged her. She went like left to go back into the concert.
It was our turn.
It was our turn.
It was Hailey, Lindsay, and then me.
Yes. So I like Keaton, and Gina likes Wesley. So in front of us it was Keaton, Drew, and then Wesley. And so I booked it to Keaton, and then Lindsay went to Drew. In between Drew and Keaton. And then Wesley. Gina.
The security guard said talk before hugs, so we listened to him. Don't know why, but we did.
We did. And so
she went to Keaton, and we took the picture, and she's gonna say what she said.
So I said to Keaton, I said, so before she could take the picture, Nisha, because I was so worried that she was gonna take the picture like when I'm not doing anything, or I'm in the wrong position, or I'm not looking at the camera. So I quickly said to Keaton, I said, so we're gonna take a cute picture, and he's like, oh, what do you want to do? And I said, oh, I was hoping you would know what we could do. And
he was like, I don't know, I thought you had an idea or something.
Yeah.
So he ended up kissing her cheek, and you know how there was like, you cannot kiss her cheek anymore because we had the concert like later. We were the 27th of February, and before that they were like, no more kisses on the cheek. They were getting sick and all this other stuff.
Whatever, he did it anyways, which I am so thankful for.
Lindsay ran straight to Drew, and she just took a regular picture. And before, I didn't even look at anybody. I just ran to Wesley. I know that's probably mean to say, but I just ran to Wesley, and I didn't want to like seem like too forward, so I was like, I'm just gonna do the hang loose sign and stick out your tongue. So I asked him to do that, and we were standing there, and his arm was around my neck area, neck shoulder area. Oh, I can't speak.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, I was like, can you stick out your tongue? And he like did like the ah noise like the whole time. And I tried not to laugh during the picture.
We took the picture. We hugged them. We all gave them hugs. I just quickly hugged Keaton because I was thinking it was going to go really fast, and I didn't want to hug for too long. So I quickly hugged him, and then I went over to Wesley. I think after not after Gina, after Lindsay did. And so I was like, hey Wes, and he said, what's up? And so I gave him a hug, and then I had to wait for Gina to finish hugging Drew. And once she did,
okay, so I hugged Wesley first because he was right there. And then I hugged Keaton, and then before I was hugging walk to Drew, I was like, hope you guys have a good show, thank you for coming, all this other stuff. We had so much stuff planned to say to them, but we just couldn't get it out in that amount of time.
But before this, Drew accidentally pulled Gina's hair.
Yeah, so I hugged him, and I pulled away, and I guess my hair was stuck on him, and he was hugging Hailey. He was like, oh, I guess I pulled her hair.
And at first I thought he was meaning me, and I'm like, wait, what? So I backed away, thinking I was done anyways. And so then he like pulled me back, and I was like, oh, okay, well. Okay, so then once we finished,
I walked back and I was standing there before we left. Like, I guess I was done hugging everybody else before, and I stood there and I was like, I was about to leave, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot my purse. So I went to grabbed my purse and stuff, and then we left and we walked up the stairs. And basically we talked to this guy named Ren, and he was saying, you want to get your merch before you go get your stand in line? I was like, you know, people are just gonna step all over my posters and stuff.
Is it okay if we could just not do that right now? So we just did it afterwards anyways, after the concert.
So we went back over there and we found Noelle and all them, and she was screaming like, Noelle, find us.
Yeah.
And all these girls were staring at us like, oh my god. But we got up there somehow, and before the concert we just talked about
Right back to our same spot right in front of Keaton. Right, like, they usually have an X of where they're standing, so we were right in front of that X. So once Jackson went off, MKTO came on and they sang classic. What else did they sing?
Royals cover, Thank You. I think Heartbreak Holiday.
Not too long after MKTO, they had to like switch all the band stuff. Malcolm was the only one that actually like reached out towards where Gina and I was. Like, we were towards the middle, but we weren't center. If you know where Keaton stands, then that's where we were, right in front of him. And so finally Keaton decides, like, at the end of what was it? I think it was Chloe? I think so. And right after Chloe, he reached out and he grabbed my hand. That was great for me. I loved it.
They all look at everybody. Yeah. It's just great.
I mean, tell yours about Wesley.
Wesley, during the Girls Next Door or something, when they call everybody up, and I wish, Wesley went over to the couch and he was straight up staring at me. I know other girls are probably like, he did that with everybody else too.
Yeah,
but I swear to God,
everyone.
I looked for the video, and I couldn't find it, but he stared at me, and
she knows
for a while, and I couldn't do anything about it because I didn't have my phone. I couldn't like record.
Yeah, because our phones died by the end. It was them.
Yeah,
that's like
bring
maybe
a portable charger.
Yeah, if you can. Maybe like 3 songs into it, my phone died, and I couldn't. It was like 2%, and it stayed like that for like the whole concert. Somehow, it miraculously did that.
So at the end, you know how Drew crowd surfed and everything. Wesley came over to our side and like reached over us. I didn't know what to do. Hailey touched his abs. It was just great. I
had the chance to grab him, so I grabbed him.
It was great. But when they did that, you couldn't even breathe because all the girls were just like, way. Before they sang Chloe, but they were like, oh, last song was Chloe. I legit screamed no the whole time. I'm pretty sure they got the point that I did not want to hear it.
There was a point where they sang Santeria.
Okay, they just EXO and Santeria, and there's this video someone posted on YouTube, and I screamed yes 3 times. I was like, yes, yes, yes.
But in the video, all you can hear is, ah, ah, ah.
And they're all on the other side of the video. I didn't even think I screamed that loud.
Yeah, the concert was worth it. I say if you can go to it, go to it.
I swear everybody in there probably had their special little thing that they got during the concert. The whole night was great. It was probably one of the best nights of our lives, and we plan on seeing Emblem3 until
many more times.
Oh yeah, every single time I'm meeting them. Like, they're great people. I get it across. Like, you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you.
Aviators, it's a peace sign going out to all the haters. High five, keep saying no.